Hola, bom dia, Carl Munson here with the Good Morning Portugal podcast. I'm pleased to say it is bom dia, just after 8 o'clock in the morning. Here, live from rural Portugal, although when you hear it, it'll be a recording. Sorry, just used to saying live from the radio stuff. And yeah, hopefully we'll be doing a Good Evening Portugal radio show again soon. So please tune into that. It's a nice way of connecting with people around the country who are trying the expat, settler, tourist, exploration dream of being here in Portugal, especially rural Portugal. So hope to catch you on a Good Evening Portugal radio show sometime. Today's words on the Good Morning Portugal podcast.
Aldeia, comunidade, economia.
That was 3 words. She kind of throws them together rather, doesn't she? Aldeia is village. Community, comunidade, she says, and I'm still not sure if this is leaning more towards Brazilian Portuguese than European Portuguese, but comunidade, I think you get the gist there, community, and economia, economy. What might we be talking about today when it comes to village, community and economy? I'm off to see HISE, H-I-E-S-E, that's Smart Rural, the regeneration, rural entrepreneurship agency in Penela. Been over there a couple of times now, really love the place, and I see it as a possible base for the homestead co-working project, that an idea I've got for bringing the newish concept of co-working into rural parts of Portugal. So many good reasons for that. One is that it's just a lovely place to be and to work for everybody. I mean, tourists, people on retreat, families, people doing the Camino, the walking Compostela de Santiago. I hope I've got that right. Trail, that kind of trail. Vagabonds, wanderers, just it's a great place. Obviously, I think we've got that far. We've established that it's a fabulous place to be as a country, and the rural parts are just fabulous. But I really have a concern about sounding kind of imperial or patronising. It's really not it's really not what I'm trying to do. But I just want to be part of regeneration in the rural parts of Portugal, and I think Glenn Catling, who is part of I'll go with the word regeneration for now. I'm sure there are better words, but he's talking about the beauty of Portuguese villages, and that many are dying and some have already died, but it's such a great way of life for human beings, and the settings, the places, the possibilities and potential in Portugal are so huge, and yet there is this urgency to become part of villages, to repopulate villages that perhaps are on the way out. I mean, it's a living thing, a village, isn't it? It's an organism that requires love and attention and care. TLC, I suppose. And Glenn's, I don't think it's unfair to say he's obsessed with this. And in his beautiful village of his communards over there, the wonderful village of Portela, which incidentally means gateway, another bit of vocabulary for you. But I've recorded a podcast with Glenn. Let me know if you want the link to that, if you can't find it. But there's Portela, there's Benfeita, which is an incredible village experiment there, with a lot of external influence. And that's a very interesting, I think, sociological experiment in the impact of visitors and what can be brought and how that balance is managed. There's the crypto village coming up, which I can't say too much about. I'm going to party to some early information on the crypto village, but it's a beautiful, idyllic-looking development in rural Portugal, which will have a really high-tech, blockchain-based economy. I suppose would be it's kind of hard to describe, but it's a kind of all the best of blockchain and cryptocurrency meets the best of rural living in Portugal. Where else is there? There's Tamera. There's intentional communities, aren't there? The Co-project, and I've talked and interviewed all of these people. You can find out more information from the interviews and little profiles I've done with these folks. So I'm off to HISE today. My aim is to really be in the middle of all of this, help as much as I possibly can with the regeneration of rural Portugal. I think it's such a treasure that deserves preserving or catalysing, well, however you see it. I don't want to put it in this kind of victim place. I just think it's an incredible possibility that if we don't do anything, we will miss out on a wonderful way of human beings living together and experiencing life together. I think it's the perfect scale, and I think the environments and the quality of life here is so perfect. So if that's your thing as well, let's get together. I've started I know I'm going on beyond the usual 5 minutes, but I think it's worth it today. I've started a group or a page, I can't remember what it is, on Facebook, but it's called Villages Seeking People, which to me is the way forward. I know Fundao and I know Penela are taking a Camara level view of bringing people into their locality, because they realise they need people, and they need people who are interested in working locally and living locally and breathing life back into the locality on the doorstep, rather than having villages as dormitories. So it's starting to happen, but I think that there's more all of us can do who are interested in this. Just sort of get together, talk about it more, share the ideas, share best practice, and see where we might go with it. So look forward to speaking to you. I want the Good Morning Portugal podcast radio show to be a part of this, and do feel free to use this place as a place for conversations and for communion and getting together and being really a virtual village. So all the best and bye for now. Te logo. I'll let you know how I get on with Smart Rural, the HISA people in Penela, probably tomorrow morning. I can report back on that. And do please let me know what you're doing within this realm of the regeneration of rural life in Portugal. Take care. Bye for now.